Hey everyone, it's Craig here at Epcot, and today I am going to head around the World Showcase to try to find the best quick service combination meal. So what do I mean when I say quick service combination meal? I mean I'm going to find one entree and then one dessert. It doesn't have to be from the same country, it can be from multiple different countries, but I'm gonna see if I can find what is the best meal that you could have by dining around the World Showcase. And I have an idea for what I want for my entree. It's going to be one of my favorites that you can find here in the World Showcase, and we'll head there in just a second. But then for the dessert, I think I'm gonna try an item that isn't really a favorite of mine. I've had it a couple times and I've never been blown away, but I know it's one of the most popular food items that people love in the World Showcase. So then I'll try that for dessert and see if the two of them together make the best Epcot meal, the most perfect World Showcase meal. And, you know, I'm probably not gonna nail it here on this first time. I might have to continue on trying different items and other videos to find that best combination, but I've got to start somewhere. So I'm gonna start with the one that I'm about to do, and maybe I'll even expand it to like signature beverages and drinks and such to really up it, and maybe even appetizers one day. Who knows? We can get crazy as we want to, but let's go ahead and get going to our first country so I can get my entree. Of course, I had to come to United Kingdom for my entree because I want fish and chips. There is nothing quite better at World Showcase than the fish and chips that you can get here in the United Kingdom. And of course, you have multiple places you can get them. You can get it at the Yorkshire County Fish Shop. You can get them inside Rose and Crown Pub, and then you can also get them inside the Rose and Crown Dining Room if you are doing the full service meal there. But right now, I guess from Monday to Friday, they are only doing fish and chips orders out of Rose and Crown, so the Yorkshire County Fish Shop wasn't even open for me as an option, so I had to go inside Rose and Crown. But simple, easy process. They basically hand you a bag with your fish and chips when it is ready, and then there's condiments inside the bag and silverware, napkins, everything you need to have the perfect meal. And so now I have nothing left to do but to actually dig in and enjoy my fish and chips. And in case you're wondering what I put on my fish and chips, let's get that out of the way. The condiments come with malt vinegar, tartar sauce, and ketchup. Malt vinegar goes on everything. There is not enough malt vinegar. It goes on the French fries, it goes on the fish. I usually would take like probably 6 to 8 packets and pour it over everything, but they only gave me 2, so I'm gonna have to make do with that. Tartar sauce, fish only. I'll accept it on some of the French fries, of course, but you know, it's for your fish. And then the fries, honestly, I'll use a little ketchup because I don't have enough malt vinegar, but typically I would just load up the entire thing with only malt vinegar and enjoy that nice vinegar taste. So I'm gonna get started here. My malt vinegar is on, so now it is time to load the fish up with a little bit of tartar. Take that first wonderful bite. There is just this perfect amount of grease that hits your mouth with the first bite of fish and chips here in the United Kingdom. And for years and years and years, it's remained one of the best dishes you can find at Epcot's World Showcase, and it is still that way. I know I'm eating it very weirdly right now, but obviously I want to cut down on how much I'm touching. And for all you, for all the British viewers out there, please let me know what I'm doing wrong, how I'm eating this incorrectly, so I can fix it for next time. Did I not use enough malt vinegar? Did I use too much? Am I a monster for using tartar sauce or ketchup? Let me know what I'm doing wrong with it. But oh, now I'm gonna be even weirder and take a bite from a different side. But the fish and chips, they're so golden fried perfectly every single time. The fish inside the cod is just nice and flaky. And like I said, it's just the right amount of greasy. It's very greasy. Don't get me wrong on that. This is not like This isn't like eating a perfectly dabbed off meal where there's no grease and anything. It is just, it's swimming in it, but you're on vacation. It's the perfect way to have it. The malt vinegar has been soaking on the chips now for a little while. So they are the two S's, salty and soggy. Soggy from that malt vinegar, and salty because of course they're nice and salty. Oh hey, I also forgot. Boom, there's a little lemon wedge in here for the fish and the meal. That makes me happy. I didn't see that before. But yeah, I love the chips here. They're perfect for a meal on their own. I am on my final bites and I miss it already. This truly is one of the best food options you can get here at World Showcase for quick service meals, that is. And man, just the price, $13 for fish and chips, but the portion size you get is just massive. The amount of fries is just staggering. The fish, I wish there was more, but hey, I always wish there was more fish in there. But it is just a solid meal all around. Tastes amazing. Again, almost too much food for one person at a great price. So I can't recommend it for enough. One of my absolute favorites. And that leads us to dessert though. Now that the entree portion is done, and you'll have to wait to see where I'm going for that. Are those guesses in? Okay, now that the guesses are in, let's get going. I am now on to dessert, and as you saw, I got my dessert in Norway, so pretty much you can guess what I ended up getting here. It's a favorite for many people. Again, I don't really like it that much, but it's been a while, so I'm willing to give it another shot, see if I do like it. I'm talking, of course, about school bread. You can find it typically inside the bakery at Norway. That's only open right now on Saturdays and Sundays, but the school bread is still available at the kiosk where you can get beer and liquor. It's available there Monday through Friday, so it is still something you're able to get during the weekdays. Of course, it is a nice, it's a cheap dish overall. It's only $4.25, I believe, and it's a big pastry, a sweet bread that is filled with custard and then dipped in coconut. And I think a lot of the reasons why I don't really like school bread that much is because I'm not a huge fan of coconut. I like it from time to time, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. But I do love custard, and it's basically just a big custard donut filled with it's a big donut filled with custard and just topped with that coconut. So there's a lot to love in it, and let's see if I love it this time. So I have the cut. Now here comes the bite. Honest time right now. I don't know if it's just that it is nice and warm here at Epcot and the custard inside the school bread is so cool and chilling and kind of refreshing, but I'm really feeling the school bread right now. It's still not my favorite dessert at World Showcase by any stretch of the imagination, but I understand it a little bit more right now. I like that the sweetness isn't too artificial, but it also doesn't feel, it doesn't feel at the same time like it's too jam-packed with sugar. A lot of the flavor really is that vanilla custard. It's that strong vanilla flavor that, again, doesn't taste artificial in any way. And the flavor of the coconut just adds a little bit to it. But for me, the only downside to this really is the texture of the coconut. I don't love the texture that it brings to this, but everything else about it I'm okay with. I'm more than okay with it. I like it a lot. So it's not my favorite by any stretch of the imagination, but I get why a lot of people like the school bread. And honestly, with having the fish and chips earlier and then having this pastry custard donut type thing, I think this is actually a really good combination meal between the fish and chips and the school bread. I think it's a combo that from two sides of World Showcase but work together in harmony. So this could potentially be the best combination you could find at Epcot's World Showcase, but I'm not 100% positive yet. I clearly have to keep going around and trying more meals, entrees and desserts until I find that perfect combination. So I'm going to keep up with that, and I need you to suggest places for me. Where do you want me to get a quick service meal next time? Do you want me to go to Japan? Do you want me to go to the bakery in France? Where do you want me to go? And what do you want me to eat for dessert? Let me know, and I'll start to pair the combos together, and we can start to figure out the perfect meal, and hopefully we figure it out one day sooner than later. So please leave all those comments below of giving me suggestions for what to eat next and where to eat next. And in the meantime too, if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the bell so you get notified when we have new videos go up. And on top of that too, please hit the thumbs up if you can. And if you have any other comments to leave besides the suggestions for where to eat next, and you can do that there as well too. So thank you very much for doing that in advance. And that's going to be it for this video. So I really hope you enjoyed having a meal with me. I hope I didn't make your mouths water too much with my selections, and I hope you got something out of this, because I know I sure as heck did. So I'll see you again real soon with another video. Till then, take care, and I'll see you again. Bye.